Hi guys, it's Miss Madison and I'm so excited for today's video because today we're taking a trip down my memory lane and going through the old Pokemon cards that my parents found in their attic. So my mom brought me this shoebox about 2 weeks ago and she organized it for me. So I'm so excited to go through these today. I'm going to take them all out of the shoebox and then we'll be back and we can go through them all together. Okay, so I took everything out of the shoebox. And I'm so excited to go through these. The first thing I want to talk about is this gold Pikachu. I love these growing up. I had a few more, but I think I sold them. I don't remember where you get them from either, but I just think they're so neat. I've seen a few in my local game shop, especially the Jigglypuff. This one's in a little bit of rough shape. I wish I would have kept it in a case like I did this one, but I was so young when I put these cards away. And this is something I really loved when I was a kid, are these promo cards. That, they have the Mewtwo Strikes Back on the back. They're in such bad condition though, which makes me really sad. What is this? I don't know what this is. Some of the things I just kept because I liked it. And I didn't know what it really was. Turns out they're a promotion from Burger King from 1999. But they all have different scenes from the Mewtwo Strikes Back movie on them. And when I was a kid, this is the cards that I liked the most, is the ones with the movie scenes and the brightest pictures from the cartoons. Because I didn't know how to play the game yet, and I couldn't read yet when I first started collecting. So I have an older sibling that is 5 years older than me. 5? No. I have an older sibling that is 4 years older than me, and my mom started collecting with him right when the first base set came out. And my mom still has a lot of the Pokemon cards. She has the whole original base set. Not all shadowless, but there are a few that are shadowless in it that I think are really cool too. So she was a big collector, and I think I'll be able to convince her to let me show her collection too. I have so many of these Beedrills and everything. I really hope she'll let me show her original set on the channel because I think it's so cool that she did that. My mom still loves the Pokemon cards. She protects them aggressively.
It belongs to me, you son of a bitch!
I don't think she'll let me film it without her being involved, so you guys might get to meet my mom. Or she might not even let me do it, but I hope she does. I'm gonna ask her to. But wow. And again, the things that I liked was just the scenes at the bottom. I think it's cool that they kind of have the height and the weight and some trivia at the bottom. Like, how long is Licky Tongue's tongue? At least twice as long as its body. Definitely kicking Gene Simmons' ass when it comes to tongue. Oh, and I love these too. This was my generation's version of the full trainer art. And then they had like a little puzzle that you can do in the back. And you can put them all together. And some of these are a little bit newer too. Oh, this one's bent. No. I know some of these cards are gonna be in such terrible condition. Oh, James. That's cool. I know some of these cards are gonna be in such terrible condition just because I was so small when I had these. I don't remember when I started collecting Pokemon cards. I was so young. And I just like to open the packs and see the pretty pictures. But yeah, these are how my parents knew these were mine. It's because no one else in my house cared about these. But I started playing Pokemon before I knew how to read. My first Pokemon game was Pokemon Blue because my brother played Red. And I needed help from my mom to like get through the story because I didn't know what they were asking me. So I would get her to read everything to me as they were going through. And then my brother would help me out too with some of the reading stuff on it. But the first game I could kind of read was Gold. I played Gold. And I still needed help to get through that one too. The first one that I understood was Sapphire. And I love that game. Johto is my favorite one because I remember playing Johto. And I remember loving Mareep because it was the cutest Pokemon. Again, I was 4 when I was playing this, 4 or 5. So I just played with the cute Pokemon and I leveled up my starter as far as I could, and that's how I would win the games. The Charmander, this was such a sad episode. I remember when I was a kid watching this. But Johto is always my favorite region because it's the first one I remember. But the Hoenn region is the first one I understood and I could play without any help. So that one's also very, very dear to me. I'm replaying Alpha Sapphire now just because the Hoenn region is so sentimental, and I'm also playing Heart Gold too for the first time because my very lovely husband got it for me for my birthday this year. Because once, when Gen 4 came out, my family couldn't afford to get games or cards anymore, so that's how I stopped playing. And I started back once I got my own job. Regice. So most of these cards are going to be from Gen 1, 2, and 3. And there might be a few more mixed in because I worked from the time that I was 8, so every once in a while I would get a few more cards. And I'm just so excited to finally go through these. The Dark Machoke. I'm so glad that I have some of the cards from Team Rocket. But I am so glad that I think this is definitely a Gen 3 card that I got. I'm so glad I have some of the old Team Rocket ones. Oh, and the trainer cards! I love this set. I thought it was so cool to see the trainers from the cartoon at the bottom of the cards and see some of the Pokemon that I actually got to know through the cartoon. And that's a shadowed Farfetch'd. I think all of my cards are probably going to be the shadow ones just because I was 3 when the base set came out. Not to age me. I am a lady, but I was so young when the base set came out. I was still very young with a lot of these cards, but I don't think my parents got it for me. This Pikachu is so cute! I don't remember this card, but I know I would have loved it. Most of these cards are the cards that I just really liked and didn't get rid of because I liked them for some reason. Probably a lot of them just because they're cute. Gingy. I love this Pokemon. I played with it for the first playthrough that I did. Wow. Blaine's Tauros too. Misty Seal! Oh, I was so excited to get this card. I know it. The Kingler. Some of the cards are going to be in different languages because I had a lot of foreign friends. When I was growing up, my family didn't have a lot, so I worked at the flea market, which had a lot of immigrants there. So sometimes we would trade cards, but most of the time we would buy cards from each other. That's how most of my Pokemon cards were sold, we were selling things at the flea market. But these are some of the favorite ones. So some of them are going to be in German, Portuguese, French, Spanish, mostly German, I think. I was really good friends with one German lady that worked there. Cloyster, Ghastly, Sabrina's Jinx. That's so cool. I think this is one of the Team Rocket ones here. I'm so glad I still have some of these. Dude, this one's German. Goodness. Sneasel. This was one of the newer ones that's in this box that I would have gotten. And the Geodude again. Wow. I am just so happy that I have any of these still. I thought that all of them were gone. Some of my Pokemon cards were also taken in a break-in, along with a ton of the comic books that my dad used to collect and some of my old figures. So I'm just so happy that I still have some. I don't know if these were in a different part of the house. It probably was in my closet. But I thought they were all gone. So I'm just so excited they found these. Misty's Poliwhirl. I loved Misty when I was a kid. I wanted to be her. She was called the tomboy mermaid, I think. Or I at least called her a mermaid. Because she was a water type gym leader. And I desperately wanted to be a mermaid. So I always gravitated towards the water type starters. And I just identified with Misty a lot because I wasn't quite girly growing up. I was into Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! I was constantly getting dirty and into mud. I played sports a lot too. So, Misty being a bit of a tomboy, I definitely gravitated towards her. Amistar, Bellsprout. This is one of the new ones too. I think I might have gotten a pack or two of these mixed in from maybe later generations too could be in here than 3, because every once in a while when my parents would give me a few dollars I would go and buy the newest pack. A Mew. Oh, and this one's actually in really good condition. It has a little scratch here, but that's cool. The pairs. My mom's favorite was Venusaur, Ivysaur, and Bulbasaur. So I'm surprised she didn't keep those herself.
I'll take that.
I mean, she wouldn't steal from me, but she would have asked me for it, and I usually say yes. We have a few trainers going on. This one is another German one. I really like this Pokemon growing up too. He's hard to get in Heart Gold. I had a really hard time getting him. This one's French. I didn't know if I had any French in here. Machop? Oh, a Hypno. It's not a holo, thank goodness, because it would be wrecked, I'm sure. I think my mom told me she sleeved a few of these because she knew that I would be really happy about getting them back. Because when I was a kid, they were probably my favorite, but she wouldn't tell me which one it was. These are Energy, Venonat, Magnemite, some Misty Psyduck. Oh wow. I have a few of these cards. I probably set them aside. This card's so cute with the little pink bubbles. I know I love that one. Weepinbell. In Spanish, this is another German card. Oh wow. Now a lot of these cards are pretty messed up because they were thrown around. I was a kid. But some of these aren't as in bad condition as I thought they would be. Now some of the ones that are in better condition are in the other languages. So that's a little disappointing, but I would never get rid of these cards anyways, just because now they are so sentimental to me. They've gone through so much of my life with me. The Dark Machamp again. They've gone through so much with me. Just growing up with them and everything. A Togepi! I would have been so excited about this. Oh, and it's in German. I think I was given this one. Meow. This is such a cool Meowth too, and it's part of the Team Rocket set. This Lapras. Oh man, it's so scratched. I don't know if you can see it, but I'm so upset that it's as scratched as it is. Well, with holos, if you just throw them in a box, this is what happens. I'm still so happy to have that one, but I wish it was kept a little bit better. I wish I would have been so much more careful with these. But growing up, Pokemon was definitely something that enhanced my childhood. And then as a teenager, it was a coping mechanism that I had. I played Pokemon instead of feeling alone. And Pokemon were my friends. I didn't have a lot of friends growing up. I was definitely the weird kid. I played more with imaginary friends than I did with actual friends. And Pokemon were part of that. Some of my imaginary friends are definitely based off of the Pokemon that I loved. So these cards are just so very important to me because it's part of the point of time where I probably would have felt super lonely if I didn't have them. And that's still why I love Pokemon now. This year, since everything's been going on, Pokemon has been one of the things that has been distracting me from everything going on in the world. I'm sure a lot of you guys relate too. Brock's Geodude, Blaine's Charmander, another Mew promo. I loved Mew. I probably traded for my brother's promo and gave him something. I do have one very special card that I have kept up with my entire life that I will show you guys at the end that I think you'll appreciate. Slowpoke, Weezing, Blaine's Growlithe, a Pinsir. I didn't know I had any Japanese cards in here. Version, Charmander, Magmar. I'm so glad my parents found these. The Clefairy is so cute. Machop, Jigglypuff. I love the Jigglypuff card. Eevee, Jigglypuff, and these are all shadow bots, which is okay. Ponyta, Brock's Vulpix. I remember how much Brock loved his Vulpix. Crocodile. When I was a kid, I pretended to be Totodile because I loved Totodile in the anime. So I would get in the pool and just pretend to be him. And Totodile was my starter. And I was about to say Sword and Shield. Pokemon was my starter, and Heart Gold definitely, because I pretty missed out on Mewtwo. Oh, and it's hollow. Is it scratched? I don't think it's very scratched if it is. Oh, wow. I'm setting this one aside. I'm not letting it stay in this for long. It's a French card, I believe. No, German. So, he was the one that I used in my first gold playthrough. In all of my gold playthroughs, I have used Totodile. Misty Seal again. Blaine's Duo, Sabrina's Slowpoke, Arena, Blaine's Magmar, Blaine's Tauros. I have so many of the trainer cards just because I love this set so much. I think this was the set that I always asked my parents for. Oh, and a Dark Raticate. That's really cool. I'm so glad that I have some of the Team Rocket set in here because I thought I would have gotten rid of all of those. Dark Freezing Clefairy. This is the one that my mom... Clefairy was my favorite. Oh, and she is scratched, but that's okay. I love her. Clefable. The Magmaton. Tentacool, the Seahorse, Sabrina's Mr. Mime. I think this was a great opportunity for you guys to kind of get to know me a little bit better too, just because, of course, I'm going to talk about my childhood while I'm going through these. The Lickitung, Krabby, Misty's Goldeen. Oh, I'm so happy I still have that. Erica's Paris, the Spinarak, Brock's Zubat, the Mantine. Energy, some more of these. This is one of the one-offs that I've gotten from the newer sets. Some of these still. I am so happy that I'm finally going through these. And then some more German for you guys. This is one of the newer sets too. Well, I guess now these sets are pretty old, right? That are still in here. I'm surprised that there's none of the Gen 4 cards stuck in here, because I know I got a few of the Gen 4. Maybe I got rid of all of them. Kingler. This is German. Again. The Pikachu in Italian. Wow. That Abra is so cool. Oh, I wonder if I have a Kadabra in here. I would have been collecting when Kadabra was in the TCG, so maybe I do. That would be so cool to have one of the original Unknown. I loved Unknown. It would be so cool to have one of the older cards that still included Kadabra. So I hope we do. Oh, and that Mankey. I love this Mankey. The Team Rocket Mankey is one of my favorite art. And I promise this this video is very, very long. But at the end, I have some really cool cards that I'll show you guys that I've been keeping for a very long time at Britain Special because they were so hard to get. The Sabrina's Jinx. She looks like she's interested. Blaine's Vulpix, Sparrow. The Krabby the Slowbro is a really neat card. Erica's Gloom. I thought Gloom was gross growing up, just because she is rolling. So cool to still have. Oh, what is this? That's different. I don't remember these, but I know I would have liked it just because it has the stats on the back. I thought that was really cool. Butterfree. Erica's Oddish. Mantine. Weepinbell. Nidoran. Muck. German Muck. A Magmar. Execute. Oh, another Japanese card. I guess there's a few. Growlithe. Drowsy. Arbok. Oh, Sabrina's Kadabra! That's cool! Well, at least we have one of the Kadabras. That's so neat. Venonat. Blaine's Growlithe. Misty's Poliwhirl. And Articuno. That's cool. Metapod. The Chansey. A very, very scratched Chansey. I'm still putting her to the side because I don't want her to get any worse. A Meryl. Koga's Wheezing. Horsey. Misty's Shelter. Sabrina's Jinx again. Another. Oh, it was Grimer that we saw earlier. Sparrow. Sabrina's Abra. Oh, goodness. Okay. So all of these are... Oh, this art's so cool because it looks like it's evolving on the card. The Primate, Brock's Primate, Machop, another Primate that I think this isn't the Team Rocket, is it? No. Kingler, then Hoppet, Slowpoke, the Sparrow, Drowsy, Gyarados, Kingler. I'm so excited to be going through these. I'm just over the moon that they found some. I wish that I wouldn't have sold so many and then so many were stolen. Which, I hope the people that did steal them needed the money that they got from them. But man, it would be so cool to just have my complete collection. I'm just glad that they didn't steal my mom's full set. That would have been devastating to everyone in my family just because we all work so hard to get that. A Nidoking? Setting this one aside too. Some of these are pretty rare, I think. The Bulbasaur. Oh, do we have the full set? A Nidoqueen. Another Lapras? This one's not as scratched. Oh, wow. Oh, and then a Venusaur, too. And Ivysaur and Bulbasaur. All in the same thing. My mom has been looking for, she had in a separate hard sleeve, she had the entire Venusaur line. So if she can't find that, I might give her those back. That way she'll have her favorites separate too. She has all of them in the set, in the full set that she has. But she does not have all of them separate like she wants. So I think I might make that for her. I think she'd be very excited. Bling's Kangaskhan. That's cool. And of course, as soon as I'm done with these, I'm probably going to put a majority of these in sleeves. Just because they are so old and they are so important to me. And I'm surprised that they're in as good of condition as they are in. Now. Polava. Kingler. A few trainers in some different languages. This. A Zapdos? That's really cool. I don't know if you guys can see, but I'm kind of putting them to the side when I really like one. A trainer. A Golbat. Yeah, see, there are some from the newer sets. So many energies. I wonder why I kept so many energies. I think these are all energies too. There. So there is 2 more things that I'm going to show you guys, and then we'll be wrapping up for the video. It was actually 3 very special things that I've held on to for a while. This Dragonite I was recently gifted because I know this is one of the ones that was stolen, and my husband replaced it for me because this was one of the ones that I was really sad that disappeared. And then these are ones that I've held on to and I have hidden away so nothing bad has happened to them for a very, very long time. I don't remember getting these cards, but they are part of the second release. They are all shadowed, but I think it is so cool that I still have these. The Charizard was so hard to find, and my mom made sure everyone in our house got one. I just want to give a very special shout out to my parents. Thank you so much for doing all of this for me. Both buying these cards when I was a kid and finding them and organizing them a bit for me. It means so much that you found them. If you enjoy my content, please like, comment, and subscribe. I always love having new friends on the channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!